What's up, guys? Welcome back to 8 Count. Today we have a boxing tier list, heavyweight boxing tier list to be precise. Came across it on Google. There's a few questionable names on there, but nevertheless, we're going to dissect this and see where we think they should be going.
We love it. Let's get straight into it.
Do you want to start with the questionable people first, or do you want to start?
I have to say we just go from the
Go
list.
straight from the list? Alright, cool. First up, we've got the bronze bomber, Deontay.
From Alabama. Right, so
Tuscaloosa.
yeah, so
Them ones. Okay,
so
who we got?
okay.
What are you thinking? What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna
So,
put in-
options we've got fire, we've got pretty good, average, not good, and trash. I feel like an American made this because
trash.
us British people don't say them words.
Say
We'll just say shit. But yeah. Okay, so we're going to go Deontay Wilder. Where are you thinking?
I'll say even though he's got two losses or three losses, no, 2 losses on his record and a draw, I still think that right hand carries a lot of power. So I'm putting him in fire.
Fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, boxing ability, he's not the best.
Yeah.
But you can't argue with his right hand. It's probably one of the strongest right hands we've seen in the history of heavyweight boxing. So we can change it later on if we want to. So, but for now, we're gonna go for fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go for fire for now. Next up, we've got the big man,
Whyte.
Dillian Whyte. So, what are you thinking? See, I'm a big fan of Whyte. I don't
Still
think
needs to be tested. That's the only
that's the only thing. That's the only thing that would separate him from being pretty good on fire. Like obviously, people like Wilder now he's fought Fury. Fury's obviously fought Klitschko. He's fought the likes of Wilder. So yeah, no, I can't agree. Like, I mean, I can agree. Sorry, I think that he should go into pretty good. Obviously, he does put up a fight, and yeah. So we're gonna agree to go pretty good.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah?
Whyte, pretty good it is for me.
I think though, if he beats Fury, you go straight into the fire section. So next up, we've got the big baby Miller.
Big baby Miller, right?
So I would say out of this list, probably the most controversial heavyweight boxer here. I mean, we've got Shannon Briggs coming up, but you know, this guy was about to fight AJ, getting the biggest paycheck of his
I
life.
think he talked his way into that paycheck.
He did.
He didn't do nothing to deserve that.
He talked a good game as well. You know, that fight there was such a nice build up. Like, so looking forward to AJ just flattening him out. They had the rap battle. They were just going back and forth.
That push was hard though.
The talk about the mums.
But I still say trash.
Yeah, nah, he has to be straight trash.
Yeah.
Who's he for?
No,
That you can
no.
comfortably mention.
No, I'd rather rate Charles Martin on top of him, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I think I would too.
Yeah.
Next up,
We got Hugo Fury.
Huey Fury.
What's his name?
The understudy to-
Gypsy King's cousin, half cousin, I think so.
Yeah, something like that. I just don't know what to think of him,
I'll
to
say,
be
you know
fair.
what, yeah, if I'm being really honest, I'll say between average and not good, because he's been in there. He's still quite young. He's been in there with like Povetkin.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll put him average.
Average?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know, average or not.
It's
good.
like between the two, innit?
I'll let you decide on that one.
Alright, do you know what? For the sake of it, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, we'll put him at average,
Yeah.
and then we'll revise the list at the end once everything is done. But yeah, I agree, like he has tested himself here and there when he can, but he's just not pushing. I feel like there should be a section between average and pretty good, like a good section, but yeah,
Good
for now
shot,
we'll put him at average. Povetkin. I love Povetkin.
the Russian king.
I love Povetkin. I think he's been one of my favourite heavyweight fighters in the past years.
Are we, the likes of Povetkin, are we like sort of rating him off now? Because he's like 40 odd years old, or we rating him like in his prime when he's knocking.
I think generally,
Alright.
like obviously he's had his prime,
I'll say he's pretty good then.
came out of his prime, and then
Yeah.
I mean, but would you put him on the same level as Dillian Whyte? This where it gets a bit
I think to
tricky.
be safe, I'll put him in average.
But then he's better than
Yeah.
Huey Fury.
That's the thing. There is no sort of gap. But for the viewers, we do rate him highly. But just
That's what I said. I think a section between pretty good and average would be perfect for
he's just
Povetkin.
like really. I'll say like high B plus sort of fighter.
But in saying that, we're thinking of Povetkin now. I think Povetkin in his prime,
That left.
he would be pretty good.
Well, he knocked out Dillian Whyte, so
Exactly.
They had the power there.
So what we saying?
pretty good. Let's play. You know, we're pay respect to him. We're putting pretty good.
Yeah, we'll put him pretty good. I agree with that. I think he's an outstanding fighter.
Tony Bellew, my wife and kids. Honestly, I have to say that.
Next up, Tony Bellew. Wait, did he go to heavyweight?
Yeah, well, he fought.
Oh yeah, he did.
Hey.
Yeah, he did. My bad. He did go to. I thought I was like cruiserweight.
You know what? Yeah, I'm still gonna put him as pretty good because he just fought every tide sort of
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's always coming off injuries and stuff. So for me, he's pretty good.
Yeah. You want to go straight into pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those fights against like he put in work.
Yeah.
And he made it look really easy. Yeah. So the thing about this list is when you put him into the same category as these two, you're then comparing them and you're like, would he hold up his own against them? And obviously you don't know, but yeah, I would agree. Like I'll put him in a good section.
Yeah.
If that was a good section, I'll put him in good. But yeah, we can put him into pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a good fighter. Andy Ruiz
Jr, the guy who no one thought he could win. The fat boy.
He's got hands.
He's got fast hands. We didn't really have fast hands in the last fight, but
yeah, that fight confused me because it was like a totally different Ruiz.
Ariola, yeah. I think he's still. I would say right now. I would say like average for some reason. I just feel like.
Yeah, I think if you're judging it right now,
average.
You put him average, and I think Canelo came out and said, I think him and Ryan Garcia, if they wanna be serious,
bro, it's the money. The money changes these fighters. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy was going presidential tours of Mexico.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I'll say average.
You're gonna go average, yeah?
Yeah.
You're basing off his last fight, right?
Yeah.
I think the one that fought AJ won.
Yeah.
He was pretty damn good. Who we got next?
We have, what's his name? Oh gosh, I know this fight. Sylvester. Wait, let me bring him up quickly. Hold on a second. He fought. Wilder beat him for his championship, innit?
We'll come back to him. We'll let you look him up. Let's just move on to War. So me and Sajid and another one of our guys, we have a phrase we like to say: war in one. No matter what fight it is, we will always say war in one. We will back him to the death. Listen, I don't care what anyone says. Derek Chisora deserves to be fire. That man he never gives up.
Bro, are we talking? Is this supposed to be a no bias?
Okay. No bias. Okay.
If my heart says fire, but like my mind says like average.
You're gonna go average for him.
We've got average. Like he has not won any world titles.
Yeah, I guess so. Big up War though. In my heart, you're fire. Okay, Daniel Dubois.
Oh, he's got so much potential, but
yeah,
obviously he lost to Joe Joyce.
Yeah, that was a quite it's quite a sad loss, to be fair. For someone who's like up and coming, he was young. Like you expected him to just kind of. Everyone expected it to be a hard fight.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Like you get tested, and like I think he got tested a bit too early.
Yeah.
For that fight. For now, I'll put him average for now. He's
yeah,
got huge potential.
I think
He
yeah.
can be fire.
He's young. I mean, he's young. Like
Yeah.
he's like he's almost pushing it. And I think with Frank Warren as the manager, promoter, he'll get him those fights.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he could still take over the heavyweight boxing division in the future. So we're gonna put him in average. Like I said, I do think there should have been a good section where we could have put these kind of fighters. But yeah, average will have to do for now. We're gonna go straight into Ortiz.
Luis Ortiz, the King Kong, the boogeyman. Remember, I would say I'll put him. It's one of those things. I'll put him between pretty good and average.
Yeah.
But like seeing his
like
last,
these fighters ain't average.
Yeah.
They're not. The word average is wrong.
Based on his last performance against Charles Martin, getting knocked down twice and coming back.
Yeah.
I'll put him as average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can agree. I mean, you got to take into consideration his age. He's almost pushing his 50s, I swear.
Yeah.
So like he's knocking on the door of retirement. But yeah.
Shout out to Ortiz.
We'll go for average.
Ortiz and Chisora.
That's the fight. I was saying to you, that would be like the granddad of the UK versus the granddad of the US, and
that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I think that should be their retirement fight. That would be so sick.
AJ.
Big AJ Anthony Joshua.
Come on, man, let those hands go. I'll still put him as fire.
I will still put him in fire.
Yeah, I think there's no debate on that.
I think the sad thing is with AJ is
I think we're gonna get a lot of hate for this, you know.
yeah, no, yeah. I think the sad thing is with AJ is because he's been in the limelight and
gotta let them hands go.
He gets the most criticism out of all of the heavyweight fighters. I'll be honest, he has the best. He does. He's fought most of these fighters and he's beaten them quite convincingly, except for obviously Ruiz, where he had to fight him twice. But I do think AJ, regardless, is fire, and I do think he'll make a comeback.
Yeah.
He has that hunger, you know.
Yeah.
So and he doesn't give up. So I do think that AJ is in the fire category. Yeah, you agree? Yeah. Okay.
Big man from Liverpool.
What's your thoughts? Price?
David Price.
I think he's the first one I'll go into not good.
Yeah.
He has that big right hand.
He has a big right hand. He was there. He did lose twice. Tony Thompson, innit?
Yeah.
Knocked down twice. It's one of those guys. It's just his chin. Everything else is okay. It's just that chin. Especially
as soon as it's tapped, it's down.
That Pavette can knock out, bro. I thought like.
Was that the one where he was shaking in the corner, like on the floor?
Yeah, like he was out.
Yeah.
So and then he fought Chisora after that, which he got beat as well.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't say it's trash.
Yeah.
Like when he lets that right hand land.
But in terms of right now what we have in these fighters and these like options, they're not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Not good.
Man like Brazil.
Do you remember the build up for the AJ fight? When AJ was like, respect me and all of that.
Yeah.
That was jokes.
He got laid out by Wilder. And then I don't think he had a fight after that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But the thing is, I mean, like
he's a solid. You know what? He's a solid C plus B minus fighter.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Yeah. I think he's got his flowers in the division. Like he's
got a few properties.
Yeah.
Made a few investment. I'll put him as not good.
Yeah, I'll put him as not good. He's just one of those guys. Like if you want to put the number up, you stick him on your resume. Big man.
Let's go, champ. Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Shannon Briggs, right? Obviously, he's been retired for a long time, but if we're talking about back in the day, I think he's still got the highest percentage of like first round knockouts as a heavyweight.
In his heyday, he's very good. Yeah. Like he's a really good boxer.
That's pretty good. I'll probably put it only on that.
I think he should have just retired and just seen out his career. Obviously, he went into coaching with Logan. He coached Logan for the KSI, both the KSI fights. And obviously KSI won both. No, they drew the first one. KSI won the second one. So I don't know. I don't think coaching is in his forte.
I think just stick to commentating or some stuff like that. But
I mean, like he's a funny guy to like. He's always around. Yeah. He's always at the fights. But I don't know if you're going off of his early career, I would say he's pretty good. Yeah. But if you're going off of after he retired and then you're adding that onto his career, you would have to say average, right? I mean, like that record that he has for the most first round knockouts is amazing. But yeah, I'd say, and he's still talking about wanting to fight now. I'm like, come on, man.
That's just talk. I'll say pretty good based on his sort of. I'll say average.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was leaning towards average too. He's definitely not good. Yeah. Like he's better than that. Gypsy King. So we have the Gypsy King. I think we all know. Yeah. He's the best in division right now. Yeah. Like, undoubtedly. Just always performed, and I think even the third fight Wilder, like he didn't even look at his best, but he still dismantled him.
He's the best in our sort of lifetime at the moment.
And it'll be very interesting to see if he loses in his lifetime as the heavyweight boxer. But yeah, so we're gonna go straight into fire with big Gypsy King Tyson Fury. And we've got
Usyk. We coming.
Big Alexander Usyk. So you got to put him in fire, right?
You have to put him in fire.
I would have said before his AJ fight, I would have had him at pretty good.
Yeah.
Because he didn't look as amazing in his fight versus
the way he handled Joshua.
To come into Wembley and everyone booing you, and then just totally from round one.
Taking control.
Outclass.
Bro, I've seen that fight so many times. It's unbelievable.
You've watched it. He sends a picture to us every time he's watching the fight. It must be about 10 times now.
I think, if there was a section above fire, I'll put Fury and Whyte, Fury and Usyk together, sorry.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you put him in there already?
If there was a section for fire, I feel like, I think he just has that. Like,
Are you taking into consideration, like, his cruiserweight record and stuff like that, or are you just?
I'm just saying, like, the way he's been dominant in cruiserweight.
Yeah, and then he's coming to heavyweight and done it as well. Because I think there was a lot of talk that he wouldn't be able to perform in heavyweight because of his weight, and he's done it.
Those feet move.
Those feet, the hands, head movement. Yeah, I mean, he's just too good. Like you said, I think Fury would be the way he just dismantles boxers.
That's good.
He is a level above everyone right now. But yeah, man, there's so many fights I want to see happen.
So yeah, we came back. So Bermain Stavern, forgot his name. I
haven't watched many of his fights, I won't lie.
Wilder beat him for his WBC title.
Oh, okay.
He lost to Joey Joyce.
Yeah.
But I think he was only like he's from Haiti, so he was the only sort of like
Haitian fighter that came out of it.
Canadian Haitian fighter. But
yeah,
I'll put him as not good because like at the time when he won the WBC title, it's around the like Vladimir Klitschko days, and there was not much competition. And when he stepped up to like Joey Joyce and stuff, it's just that like.
So you're gonna go for not good, yeah. I'm gonna let you have this one, not good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to Hughie Fury. Are we keeping him at average? Obviously, we're looking at these 4 other fighters that we have in the category. Sorry, 5.
Right now, I think Fury hasn't had that sort of statement win yet.
Yeah.
If he beats someone like, for instance, let's say if tomorrow they put him Fury with like Ruiz and he beats Ruiz, then I'll put him as pretty good. But there's still levels to go.
So you're gonna keep him average with Ruiz
right now, like on the last fight sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, if it was less than average, I'd put him at the bottom of average.
Fair enough.
That'll make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our heavyweight tier list. Let us know if you agree. I mean, some of them are controversial.
Yeah.
But I think like that's pretty.
That's pretty good. I feel like obviously, boxing is a sport of opinions, so we would like to know what's yours.
Yeah. So if you did enjoy the video, we'll probably do more tier lists. Obviously, there's so many weight divisions in the boxing world.
And do subscribe.
Yeah. If you liked, enjoyed, like it, subscribe, come back. We'll be back soon.